Okay, I'm going to demonstrate some city setup techniques and why I'm going to build my city how I am going to build it. I joined this game to obtain the Destroyer of Worlds achievement, which means win 10 domination medals in a single game. I picked this game because it's been going on for 4 days. You know that by my Civ Buck counter up here. I haven't spent any Civ Bucks, and it's a 50 Civ Buck a day limit. So at 200, that means 4 days. And it's still in the early classical period, so the players on this server aren't very active. I know that I can enter these other civilizations with advanced techs, use that, and then start my own civilization or join another one and pretty much take it over, which is probably what I'm going to do since it's been like this for 4 days. When I do this, I usually pick one that can't be invaded by the sea. So that's, in this game, that'd be Arabia. Or Germany would also work. But they both have players that are fairly active. In Germany, David's been on 6 hours ago, and in Arabia, Justin played yesterday. So meritocracy won't take them out. You do look for civilizations where the players haven't been on for a couple of days, and you can merit them out once you join them and get the crown. Like Pablo here, I could have take over Japan, kick him out, put in closed borders when I get masonry, and then I'd be all by myself, and I could invade all of the other civilizations. And since there's 5 other ones, I could get my Destroyer of Worlds medal in 2 days by invading everyone and winning. So that's why I joined this game. That's my goal. So now back to how to set up my city. I've done some exploration. I've actually set it up before, and I'm just going to show you how I do it again. For food, I like growth when I first start one of these games, so I need 1 or 2 spots for food. Peninsulas are always the best spots that you usually find. The actual best spots are islands where you have an orchard for 50, and they're pretty rare. Peninsulas with 40, those are really good spots too. But this one is the best looking that I've discovered so far. So I'm going to put an orchard there. And then my spot for my granary, I'm going to put it right here behind the orchard, because I want my house right here. My food house. Let me show you what that looks like. I'll put it right here. And I did that because it has a source of happiness right here with water, another source of happiness right here with the tree, and another source right here with this tree. So that boosts the score or the production of this house to 15. And then if I upgrade it, well, I was hoping I would hit 20, but I guess I don't have the great people. You want great profits for food. I only have 1, so I'm going to buy another one. That should boost it a bit. Took it to 18. What I want is over 20. I'm not going to take it ginormous yet because I don't know what civilization I'm going to join, and I don't want to build any ginormous houses and lose internal minister positions. So I want to keep it large at the moment. Also, until you have multiple multipliers like several prophets in this case, or some wonders to increase your happiness or increase productivity, your best is going to be the 18 on large. And even if you took a ginormous, it would still be 18. So in this early game, going ginormous right off the bat doesn't really help you. So save your internal ministry positions as long as you can, because later in the game they might be important if you have other players playing with you. Okay, now here's another peninsula. So I'll put another orchard there. And it says 35. That's not terrific, but it's not bad. And then put this house. It could go on this side or this side. There aren't any other sources of happiness right here except for the water on this one side. So I'll just go to the left and place it right there. And then my granary right behind the orchard again. That's usually where they should go. You want an L shape, or what people call the triangle of happiness. This is the most productive setup that you can get normally in the triangle. Okay, so I'm going to boost this up to large. And it didn't go very high, only 14. Okay. Now I have another population or person I can deploy. And right here in these trees, since we're working with sawmills, I don't have iron working yet, or masonry. I'm going to want somewhere that has plenty of sources of happiness for my house. So right here is a good spot. I have 3 sources of happiness, or I could go. Let's see, the house here. Oops. Here is also 3 sources of happiness. 1, 2, 3. These trees. I've already built a road here from before when I set it up, but I just wanted to show you how to do this. Let me see, what am I doing? I'm raising him, changing jobs to workers, and then I'm going to put the mill back. With mills, you can recycle them without any cost. I need 150 units, so I'm going to buy those. And you'll see it went up to a 13. Not terrific, but not too bad since it's not ginormous. Let me move this house and see if it can go up a bit if it goes into these trees. No, it's still 13. So it doesn't matter. I can just leave it there. Okay, now I have a little problem with my harvests here. I've got 30 harvests showing, and that stops the trickle of food, production, science, and gold and culture that the game gives out every 5 minutes. Once you reach 24 harvests, the trickle stops, and the trickle will actually give you more than, especially in this beginning part of the game, it will give you more than your harvests will. So it's important that you don't do what I did and let the game go for a couple of days without coming back into it. So now I'm going to harvest a little bit so I can start my trickle again. And it looks like I got another population bump, so let me look around for somewhere else. Now something that I do, since I spend $7, normally at least a few, I do increase the my palace, and I like to just do it to large on the first day, and if I think I need it later on, I'll go to ginormous. But as you see, increasing my palace also increased the productivity of all my houses. So now my food house is is 20 or above. And if you're starting brand new, that's how you get the first medals for food production, for gold, and for culture and science, is by having your houses reach 20. And these are the basic setups on how you do that. Is through the happiness and the L shape. Okay, now my palace is upgraded, but your palace acts as as a guard tower and can illuminate your city, but it hasn't done that yet for mine. So I'm going to refresh, and when it comes back, it should show more of the terrain around my city. Okay. So now you can see a little further. Nothing terrific has popped out yet. I only have 200 units of production to spend. I'm not really wanting to put too much into mills. And there's not a good food area around. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring. I know that this isn't a peninsula because of how the terrain goes right here. I know that this is basically going to be a cove. But I'm on the look for a peninsula and another food area so that I can grow my city faster. And there's something that looks promising. This could possibly be a peninsula right here. So let me put a guard tower right here. Aha, and it was. So then I'll need to harvest some more. Sometimes I would place the house already just so that I could get a little bit of production out of it, but I'm not going to in this case. I'll just put an orchard there. Don't have enough production for my granary yet, so now I'll put a house right here. It has 3 sources of happiness. One's the water, and then these 2 trees. The sources of happiness have to be on the north, east, west, and south sides of your house. The corners don't count towards your happiness at all. Sources of happiness are water, trees, and then houses of the same type. Also, your wall. The wall that goes all the way around your city is also a source of happiness, but not the best one. I don't know why, but it doesn't work quite like the others. So you just have to play with it, trial and error, and find what does work. So I'm going to harvest now until I can build my granary. And one more. Okay. Now I have my city up to 21. Harvest still. And I have my dowry that I can use. Now I've set an independent, myself as an independent for the last 4 days. I haven't joined any other civilizations because I want to do this. They have already been developing technologies and their borders are still open. I can jump into their civilization and improve my city using their technologies and then jump back out and still maintain all the houses and units that I developed in that civilization. In this case, I could go into the Indian Commonwealth and